In this episode of Finno Ugric machining, we are going to turn that piece of material into a bearing housing for the rotating welding positioner. Well, let's start with that one. Oh. So, what I'm doing here, I have turned the jaws around because the next workpiece will be quite large in diameter. And it's about 12.5 millimeters, so I see here that my jaws are still a little bit on the small side, so I will spread them. This is already at that point, this is not. So still a little bit like that, like that, like that, and that. Okay, now it should go there. I want to put it here in between. And well, in order, because this is quite a small area to hold the workpiece, so therefore I made this plate which is going to the other side of the thing, supporting it from this direction. It is pushing it against the chuck. Well, it's just a safety measure, because this is really, I have to admit, this setup is really flimsy. So now, the workpiece. Okay, I have now dialed this piece of material here, and it's inside 0.5 millimeter. It's really, it's not round, and well, the ends are not straight, and well, but nevertheless, it looks decent. And what we are going to do next is to rough cut it as far as I can go here. I will go down to, it's at the moment 12.5 millimeters about. I will go down to 12 millimeters with this one. What this does, it allows me to turn the jaws again, and we have a lot longer, we can grip a lot better here after that. So well, the turning tool will be this, and it will be, the insert will be sandpeak, because this is really a rough cut, but I need to orient the tool in a way that I can. Actually, I will also take some of this thing off. Hopefully it doesn't loosen on me when I do that. And the correct orientation for this particular cut, I believe, is about like that. And then let's see where we can go. That's the longest place. I should really put a hard stop there, because once the jaws, I can collide with the, and this is exactly what I don't want to do. Now we have some room there. Like that, and then we can use the cross slide to go. Well, I would like to go even deeper. Okay, let's take the next position. Let's see what this gives us. Well, it's really flimsy in this case. I must withdraw it a little bit. Well, I think that's the deepest I can go. The inserts I'll be using in this case are these. These have proven to be really tough. I will first get rid of these corners here and see if this starts to rumble on me, because it's not touching everywhere. So, oh yeah. Okay, now these are now turned down to the final surface. The final surface is 120 millimeters, and these surfaces here, the edges, are at the moment 119 millimeters. So I won't be experiencing any interrupted cuts now. So, and now I'm rechecking that our tailstock is tight. Yes, it is. And now I have already dialed in here, clocked in, so to say, 0.5 millimeter cut. And I also tested that the hard stop works here at the back, so it stops before it crashes. Wow. So, what can I say? We might need to adjust the speed. Let's see. No, it's okay, actually. Yeah. And of course it doesn't clean, but yeah. So, the first 0.5 millimeter is now done, and you probably can see that it's not straight. Well, there you have a nice little thing. This is, well, it won't clean up on the next pass either. And it's not straight, this side is here and that side is there, but well, it will straighten. So now I will take my next pass and let's see how this does. Yeah. I also changed the insert because it was history. So let's see. It's about right. So I will peel this one and the next one until we get down to 12 centimeters. Well, this is a very flimsy setup. Well, it's very well tightened here in the jaws, but nevertheless the stick out is enormous. It's a heavy piece of stock. And furthermore, there is a risk of accident here. So, well, first of all, I'm taking now facing this thing, which is really well, this. Well, I have to face it, and then I'm using an insert with very low cutting forces and 0.1 millimeters per turn. And then I have this drill here, and this is just to catch the piece if it decides to fall off. So, yeah. I'm not suspecting any difficulties when I'm facing this one because the insert is such that the cutting forces are really negligible. But nevertheless, so let's see how this goes. Okay, facing complete. Very smooth surface. Because this I did it in 0.1 millimeter steps, this cutting. And the reason is that I don't want to put a minimal amount of cutting forces here. So the next step is to get rid of this mill scale, and then hopefully we can blend in to this surface here. To remove the tailstock. The tailstock is there in my table. I had to remove the tailstock in order to have room for the boring bar and workpiece and whatever here. And it still doesn't reach all the way here. We need to come back from the other side. And the tool is left-handed tool, and I have put it upside down. And it's also, in this case, a little bit under center line. Under center line, not over, under. Because if it would be over, when it bends, it would grab. But when it's under here, it rotates this direction, so it will like relieve the pressure when it goes up. But the positioning is not that critical, but it helps at the chatter. I have configured my hard stop here, so I don't go beyond the reach of this thing, and I'm using automatic. Well, this takes some time, so I will run it until it's straight and come back to you. This hole is now ready. Well, boring this was really boring. It was really tedious. It wanted to chatter all time. First of all, this piece had a lower frequency chatter, and then the boring bar had its own. And finding a setting which eliminated both of them was really hard. But I succeeded in that. The surface finish is somewhat good. Yeah, and I finally, this is the insert I was using. You probably can see I have hand ground it to a very, it's a needle sharp thing, and that one works. It doesn't leave a perfect surface finish, no, but it doesn't shatter. And the surface finish is still smooth to the finger. So, okay. So no burr there or something like that. So, now we are going to bore the bearing seat here. Okay. This is my standard boring bar with the Cermet insert, and you hear the rumbling? That's chatter. Break the corner. Hopefully I don't generate a secondary burr here. I try not to. Let's see now. Well, it's okay. Well, that turned out to a usable bearing housing for the rotating welding position. This piece is rather, it's not as heavy as it used to be. It has a bearing seat this end and another this end. And then I bored a hole through it, and it weighs about 10 kilograms. And yeah, there was a bunch of problems with that one, like chatter. Well, the outside was easy, but the inside was really bad. I had this low frequency chatter, which I tried and successfully I also eliminated by fine adjusting the speed. Well, in the next episode of Finno machine, we will do some additional features for that bearing housing. We will make a place for the grounding thing there, and another where it attaches to rotating, so that you can rotate it also different positions, not only rotate the piece but also rotate it like upside down or upside up or whatever. But that will be in the next episode of Finno Ugric Machining. Till then, see you!